Good day, everybody.
Hello.
How are we doing? Well, we've got our
Good
straw hats on,
Friday.
as you can see.
Straw Hat
Our little
Friday.
flower pot people. It's very sunny out there, and it's very beautiful here in.
Do we always talk about the weather?
Maybe.
It's very British, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe.
Talk about the weather. Even in crisis, we feel it's important to mention.
Let's have an update. Start with the weather, and yeah. So there's a lot going on, isn't there? There's a lot to consume and read at the moment.
Just trying to keep our spirits up. I'm a bit dazed and confused about it all. Really, I'm finding I've sort of stalled, finding it hard to do anything other than sort of consume information and facts and details, and wondering where all this is all going, and you know, how are we going to respond to this long term?
Yeah, it's interesting to try and work out how society is going to be integrated back into society, and also
How society is going to be integrated back into society.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means how they're going to reintroduce us back into society.
Oh, you mean going back to work?
Or the whole thing, you know.
What I love is, though, you know, so many people are getting a new window. People that are still working, but they're working from home. A lot of the people we've spoken to is going, just saying, I love it, absolutely love it. They're going to struggle to go back to the regular sort of 5 day a week, 9 to 5. So we shouldn't. Why would we? Isn't this the opportunity that we've all been waiting for to completely restructure our society? And so the people can, you know, go to work 2-3 days, maybe work from home for the rest of the week, basically have a better way of quality of life. I mean, I just think it'll be less stressful on these people, and also, you know, perhaps they'll even cook more because they'll be less exhausted and they'll have more time to consider nutrition and their health, which, let's face it, I think that's what's being flagged up here with this virus, because, you know, if you end up in ICU, there's a good percentage of those people in ICU are actually carrying too much weight, and so, you know, that's alarm bells, isn't it? Just that's a message to us all. We're all probably carrying a bit too much weight, just to be a bit more mindful about what we're eating. And I think when people are working that hard and they're exhausted, of course they want to grab the microwavable, quick, easy meal that's full of salt and sugar and God knows what other non-nutritional substances. And I think, you know, I was thinking today how I'm quite horrified that we don't teach our children to cook in school. It's not mandatory, yet maths is. I don't know. I do think we need to get more on our nutrition and just be a bit more mindful about what we're eating. And it is so easy right now to just sit in front of Netflix and scoff a whole packet of biscuits. I get it.
I think it's probably worth pointing out there that I think the World Health Organization said that 70% of people that are hospitalised have got obesity or fat. I don't know if that's true. Okay, that's something that was put out there. So I think that's why the issue of weight has come up and worth talking about.
The camera just went a bit. It's gone a bit dark. Why has it gone that? Like the lights went out.
No, I don't think they have.
Did they not? Okay. So yeah, health. Not smokers though. Amazingly, not particularly bad. I guess their lungs are dealing with crap all the time. I don't know. Anyway, I think there's a lot we can do. I think we mustn't just keep looking out. I think we've got to look to ourselves and the choices that we make and stop handing over our health to other people to fix. I think there's a lot that we can do, and it's perhaps a time to have a good old think about it. Lecture over.
There's a lot of information there.
I know. I've been feeling passionately about it.
And I think you said it.
Thanks.
Yep.
I've said it now. It's out there now.
The other thing I'm going to say is this. I know nothing about 5G. I don't think it causes a pandemic, but I'll tell you one thing. Because I don't know anything about it, I don't think that it's completely healthy to have it either. Now, I might be wrong, but it's probably worth just checking out with people who do know and have done the investigations. I know somebody, a friend of a friend, who's collected a lot of data, and he goes around to different councils and explains that data, and quite a number of those councils have decided not to have it. So I'm not saying it's bad, I'm not saying it's good, I'm not saying if it causes anything, but I'm just saying that there's a lot of people sort of taking the mick out of people that are expressing some concern over 5G. It seems like everybody's an expert on 5G. I don't even know what it is, but I reckon that like it's probably worth having a little.
Well,
think.
what it is it'll stop buffering. Thank God for that.
Well, it's stopping buffering.
Nobody wants the movie spoiled.
It's just worth.
Let's get a grip, shall we?
I think it's worth keeping an open mind on everything.
I think it'd be better if it was fibre optics, if it was underground. I think there's a better alternative, and we shouldn't just accept that because it's there that it's okay, and that the people that have decided to put them up have our best interests at heart. We shouldn't accept that, and not that we're into any particular conspiracy theory about viruses and 5G, although I do believe in freedom of speech, and I think if we're going to go down that road, it's a tricky, sticky little avenue, and we should all wake up and make sure that that we don't, that isn't allowed. Everybody, if I want to say to the world that I'm a banana in a pink tutu, I don't care whether you believe me or not, but I should be allowed to say it.
You should be able to say it, but the reason why things have been taken down off the internet is because they claim that it's spreading false information about the virus. That's the statement they're making. Now, I can understand why they put that there, but the thing is, it is a situation where we don't have all the facts yet, so people saying what they think isn't necessarily a reason to de-platform someone or de-voice them. Anyway,
no, it's not cool.
I think it's a good idea to keep an open mind about everything and be led by science, because that's obviously science is the way to everything and all the answers, but also to question science as well. You're allowed to question science, not with some sort of tin hat wearing kind of flat earthness, but it's just
I think there is the science to say that the microwave signals do escalate bacteria, not virus, but bacteria, and there is some science to say that.
I don't know. It's worth investigating. Keep an open mind, but I don't think necessarily we should just accept what's told to us ever in life. Keep an open mind and question everything. I think is the way forward, whether it be what we hear from government, what we hear from scientists, what we hear from your next door neighbour, what we hear from anyone. Just do the research, find out, keep an open mind.
Yeah.
And
before we all fall into a mandatory vaccination, perhaps we need to look at our diets. Vitamin D. There are things. Why is it that you go to the doctors and they don't talk to you about nutrition in an in-depth way? Something's amiss.
I mean, did Jesus die and rise 3 days later? It's Easter, or was it? Is the idea of the sun rising again a metaphor for the sun rising again within our cosmos and universe? There isn't a doubt that there was someone who was a quantum master back in the day who spread peace and love. But on this Easter holiday, is it worth considering the fact that the power of Christ consciousness lives within you, and you can find love within you and every living, breathing animal, and present that back to the world through recognizing your own faults, fixing them, and spreading love through chocolate?
Amen to that.
All right, love and peace.
Love and peace.